Peace and blessings, everyone. Welcome back to the Humble Servant Homestead, guys. Today, yes, we are down here where we planted our sweet potatoes. Now, today is that day where we're actually coming on in to harvest out some of these sweet potatoes, guys. Just by looking and even scratching and checking these sweet potatoes, they are ready. Now, I believe it was May 23rd that we put these sweet potato slips in the ground. So that is right now about 100 and I want to say 24 days since we put these slips in the ground. And hey, like I said, these potatoes, they typically take about 90 days to harvest, but we did let them go ahead a little bit longer. And so we are coming on in to harvest today. So come on along. But real quick, before I get into this video right here, I'm going to show you what we are using. One of the tools that we have is our trusty machete or bill or of that nature. That's what we call it back home in Jamaica, a bill. And we also have a fork here, guys, that is going to help us to loosen that soil so we can get those potatoes out of the ground. And yes, we have a wheelbarrow here to put our potatoes in. Now, real quick, I know y'all are waiting before I get into digging these potatoes. If you remember last year on how we planted these potatoes, we pretty much plant them on the flat. Okay, so what we did different this year is we went ahead and we mound these potatoes on up. Even if you all notice, there is not a whole lot of foliage like our last harvest that we did. So that is actually a plus, guys.
So what you're saying is we went back to our old way of doing things.
Yes, absolutely. So that is how we, if you go way back to the archive and check out those videos, you will see this is the way how we have been planting our potatoes for ever since. Okay, so now they are on a mound. We did not put any goat, any hay from the goat manure or any hay from the goat in here on these beds, so therefore there is not a whole lot of nitrogen. Needless to say, that is why you don't see a whole bunch of foliage, guys. So keep that in mind. If you are planting sweet potatoes, please, if you don't have to put nitrogen, don't put any, but if you put a little bit, it won't hurt. Okay, so we're going to get on in here now and start harvesting these potatoes. But of course, speaking of nitrogen, when you plant your sweet potatoes, go ahead and give them that potassium and also that phosphorus, guys. That is what's going to help them to grow those real nice tuber. Nitrogen is pretty much to give your plant that real nice green foliage that it's looking for, and to go ahead and absorb the photosynthesis from the sun, therefore have your plants to grow, vigorously. So come on along, and we are going to get on in here now and start harvesting these sweet potatoes. Now, one of the things what I like to do before I get started, I like to go ahead and take these slips out of the way, just like this right here. Oh wow, look at that, Bebs.
Uh-oh.
It's a little baby potato. I pray that this is not going to be what I will be finding as baby potatoes.
Well, it's still edible.
But if that's the case, I am still thankful. All right. And also, you can go ahead and check back that video that I did, how to tell when your sweet potatoes are ready to be harvested. Go ahead and check that video out in the archives, and you will pretty much know the signs and when your potatoes are ready. Okay? Oh wow, look at that, Bebs.
I can't see it.
Oh man. Come on around this side. I'll show it to you guys what it is I'm looking at. Look at that right there.
Oh.
And that is also another sign to let you know your potatoes are ready, guys.
Pull it
right
out.
There poking. Oh, look at you. Now we're not gonna
You're
touch
not gonna pull it out?
because
Ah.
we're gonna
It's
save that.
exposed to the sun.
Huh?
It's exposed.
I'll throw some dirt on it.
Oh my.
That's right. Look at you. You trying to steal from this row. Let's get this row out the way first.
I got you.
All right. Let's get that row out the way first.
Look, your friends behind you. I guess they.
Yeah, you know what they're waiting on.
Yeah.
And like I said, nothing goes to waste on this homestead here, guys. So we're going to go ahead and feed them. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to cut. Oh wow, wow! I'm telling you, it's looking promising.
Okay.
It is looking promising. It's looking promising, guys. Nah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to.
Oh, it is looking.
Oh wow, look at that. See, we left them in a little too long, but that's all right.
Oh,
That's all right.
just sitting right on the top like that, mounted up.
Yeah, I kind of pull them out the ground a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's get on back down here.
Okay, I'll switch spaces with you. Well, it doesn't look like the dirt is too bad either.
No, you know, it's real nice and loose. That is actually what we're looking for,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
To make an easy harvest.
Yeah. And the thing is also, guys, we do have a bit of a storm. Oh wow. Wow, look at this.
You pulling potatoes out.
Coming out the ground. All right.
You have another one in your hand on your left side.
Yep. Let's go ahead and get these guys something to eat. Since they've been asking for it.
Oh, you hear the guys over there?
There you go. All right, so now that right there is out the way, guys. Now the row is exposed.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I am seeing, it's looking good. It is looking very promising. So come on, let's go ahead and get to start digging. Now look at that one. That's one right there that we broke off right there, but that's all right. That is all right. Okay, so we're going to go ahead now and grab our fork. Like I said, we're definitely going to need it. And look who is always here on time. Look who is always here on time. All right, go ahead and get the wheelbarrow and start putting all these potatoes. Oh, wow. Oh.
Wow.
Look at that right there, guys. Those are some huge sweet potatoes.
Man.
You know what? We got them just in time. Even though these potatoes right here, they're big. You know, we usually like to get them somewhere around this size right here. But even though if they're big like this, guys, that's not really so much of a big problem. Simple reason why this one potato right here should be able to feed you and your family. Okay, I mean, you could go ahead and throw this one in just in case you have a big family to go ahead and make up, you know, for that large family of yours. But nonetheless, you look at that.
That's a nice size pan of sweet potato souffle.
That's right. And I love when you make that sweet potato souffle, baby. But nonetheless, look at that.
Wow.
And like I always say, all it takes is you just, even this potato, I save this potato back next year and I'll go ahead and put it, oh wow, look at that. Okay, praise be to the Most High. But nonetheless, put this potato back into the dirt, guys. Cover it over in springtime, early spring. And what this sweet potato is going to do, it's going to generate more slips for you. Therefore, you're able to come on out and plant them back in the ground. So, like I said, these potatoes, They typically last quite a bit of, they will last me all the way through next spring, guys.
Mm-hmm.
So we will pull from them, get more slips out of them. Therefore, we will be able to have more slips to plant out. But look at that.
Wow.
That is beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Beautiful. And like I said, all praises be to the Most High, because the hard work of us coming down here and just planting these, look at the result. Look at it. All right, son, come on. I know you guys are waiting to see what else is coming out of the ground.
Mm-hmm. I am too.
Come on over here with it this way. But look at that. Look at what we're pulling out. Look at that. And I did have some, those ones that we did pull on out.
Okay.
We did went ahead and cook those up. Like I oftentimes say, we would come out here and pull these potatoes and we'll cook them and eat them. Now they may not be the sweetest sweet potatoes because they was not able to go through that curing process, guys. But just in case you're in a situation you need something to eat, you can come on out here, pull a potato and cook them and eat them. They may not be as sweet, but once we go ahead and cure them up for that 2 weeks, about, you know, they're going to be way longer than 3 weeks. They'll be in months in storage.
Mm-hmm.
And what's going to happen, they're only going to get sweeter over a period of time. So you think this hole is done, babes? Well, I don't think so. You see how nice and loose this soil is? That's exactly what we want right there. Let's see if we have any more. Yep, sure do.
Oh, that's a
Look at
nice
that.
one.
That is a beautiful potato. You want to get your hands in the dirt, son?
Yes, sir.
You do? But guess what? I know you're scared of fire ants. Right here, fire ants is right in this spot right here. So, you sure you want to come right now?
Not right in this.
Not right now. Pull the wheelbarrow back just a little bit. Over that way a little bit so you can get on in. You see the fire ants?
Yes, sir.
You see them?
Yes, sir.
You love fire ants, don't you?
No, sir.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
Oh man, I tell you what the fire ants ever done to you?
Bite.
That's another one there.
Those are beautiful.
Oh yeah, it's not a bad
I
harvest.
see some candied yams in my near future.
Mhm. Go ahead, pull them on up. Wow, that's a nice one.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, with these sweet potato, if you remember when I came on in and plant them, they're planted right at a foot apart. Okay, so 1 foot apart. That's how I planted these. You know, just trying to make the most out of the space that we have here. But look at
Wow.
that, guys. That's coming from just one. Look at that. That's coming from just one slip. But look at the return. That's what I also want you all to look at, is to look at the return.
Wow.
You plant one slip and look what you get out of just planting one slip. That was at least about, I'd say probably 5 potatoes. Look at this one here. Go another one.
Knock the ants off, Michael.
Look, dust them off, man. Look at that. Don't bruise them up, okay? Don't bruise them.
It's the sweetness in the potato. Now, are those fire ants?
Those are
No,
black
those are
ants.
those black ants. You don't want those to kiss you.
Oh, yeah. Just sit that one to the side until they run off.
Wow. Wow. And look at that. I poked them
You
with the
poked them
fork.
with the fork?
Poked them with the fork, but that's all right, because it'll go ahead and scalp over and heal itself.
Okay.
And hey, but one of the things also I want you to notice with these potatoes on how they're growing down, okay? They're not short and stubby. The reason for that is, guys, is because we mound these sweet potatoes on up, so they're able to have enough room to grow down. But once they hit that basin, what they started doing is as if they start pushing their self up, okay? Because the basin is hard underneath and they're not able to penetrate further on down into the soil. But that's not bad. Let's see what we have here. Like I said, we have a storm coming, so we're going to, and it's getting pretty late, but we're going to try and see what we can get knocked out here today. If not, we may have to come back on in tomorrow and harvest a little bit more as time goes on. And what we will definitely bring you all in when we come to harvest out the rest of these potatoes.
You kick one down.
Yeah.
I like the fluffiness of the soil.
Yes. And another thing is, we have been in a drought for about a month or so.
A little over.
No rain whatsoever. Now these sweet potatoes, I have not watered them or anything of that nature. Maybe every now and again I'll come on down and put a little water on them, but not an everyday thing. Okay. That's a nice one. Got scraped a little bit with the fork, but not too bad.
Wow.
Just wait, let me pull them on out, okay?
Okay.
So right here is where we had a slip. Right here we have a slip, and right here. So I just want y'all to kind of pay attention now as I dig these potatoes on out, and so we can see what we're actually getting out of one hole. All right.
Is that one growing?
Yeah, it had a little sprout, but then again, look at that. Probably start sprouting because the voles or moles
Ate the top.
and got a hold of them. That's what we're looking for. Oh man, that's a big one.
Wow.
But nonetheless, that's all right.
And so we did put one, these slips are planted in the middle of this mound, right? One slip
Yeah,
all the way down, one row of slips. Okay.
I'm sweating like a mule, guys. Look at that. And like I said this morning, we had a little thing that we had to deal with the drainage on our kitchen. So I had to work on all that. Then I'm down here harvesting sweet potatoes. You know, but that is just life here on the homestead.
Oh.
Wow, look at that.
Now is that broken or did the
yeah.
mold eat it?
Yeah, I think that might have been broken. But you know what? You know what? I couldn't tell you, but it is broken. Look at there, just popping, just flipping up out the ground. That's a big one right here. That's a big boy right there. Just gotta be careful with this fork. Go down a bit deep with it. Oh, look at
Wow.
that. Now that's a pretty good size.
That is nice.
Yeah, that's a pretty good size. Also, what I'm looking for with these sweet potatoes here, just letting us know that we are in a good window to harvest them. If you let them go too long in the dirt, especially this variety right here, what will happen, you will tend to develop some veins on this sweet potato, which would kind of make it a little bit tough and harder to cook. But that is perfect.
Yep, we're
That
in
is
a
a
good
good
window for
size.
harvest.
Yes, I think we're in a good window.
Awesome.
Absolutely. Oh man, I heard that one broke, babes.
Did you hear
Look
it
at
break?
that. I heard it break. I think it's this one too.
Oh no.
No, it's not that one. It's one of them.
Wow,
No,
these
it's
are
not that one.
long.
Yeah, that is long because they're able to
Go
go
down.
deep down into the dirt.
Or maybe it
Hold
was
on,
just
I
a
hear
root
it. I hear
popping.
it. Nah, I still hear it breaking, babes.
Oh,
Still hear it breaking. Don't know which one it is. It's probably that one. Let's see.
maybe it was just popping off the root.
Yeah, it could be. Okay, guys. Oh, wow. You sure you want to tell them hold on? They might want to stick. I'll tell you what, guys. If y'all want to stick around to see us harvest all these rows of potatoes, we're actually going to maybe come back in tomorrow and harvest this next row right here. And let us know in the description box if you want to see us unearth all these sweet potatoes as we go. One of the things is we don't really want to make the video too lengthy, but you let us know and we will definitely take you all along with us. Okay, so oh wow, look at that, look at that. Wow, wow.
These are beautiful potatoes.
Yeah, that is some. Oh my goodness.
Is it stuck?
Oh, look, oh, uh-oh, I ripped the skin on it.
Yes, you did.
Oh my goodness. Look at
What?
that. It done went all the way down to the basin. See that?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. All praises, all praises. I tell you what, guys, go ahead, stay tuned. Let me go ahead and knock out the rest of this row of potato right here, and I'll be right back. But of course, you know, we can't just show you all the big potatoes and don't show you the small ones as well.
Let me see. Let me get in a place where the light is not.
Yes.
There we go.
We are pulling out small potatoes as well, guys.
They're still edible.
Of course, you know, you could wash these real nice and clean, bake them in the oven, and just
Roast
eat them.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
roast
roast
them. Eat them as little small potato desserts. But go ahead, stay tuned. We are going to bring you all back to show you all
What we got out of
the
this row?
harvest of what we got out of this one row right here. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. Wow, look at that.
We're at the end of the row.
Oh yeah, we at the.
Oh.
Wow, wow. Now tell me, isn't that a finale right there,
Right.
guys? The last row of this bed right here just gave us, I want to say maybe this particular vine right here may have just given us the most potatoes.
The first one. Well,
The
we'll see
first
what
one?
these look like when you pull them out.
Look at that.
Or you might be right. Wow.
Wowzers. Wow, look at that. Potato on top of potato. You see that?
Yeah.
That is how that was growing. Man, look at that. Wow. Oh, wow, it's still giving, Bebs. Look at that. Uh-oh. Is she still giving? I know I just broke that one. Oh, yes, she's still giving. She is still giving. Wow. Well, guys, I must say that was a blessing of a harvest out of just one row of sweet potato slips. But come on down here, we're going to show you all what we just pulled on out. We have this little one here started sprouting. But look at that. A beautiful, beautiful harvest of sweet potatoes. Of course, you know we have sweet potatoes in here of all different sizes. Look at that. Out of just one row. Now, we're going to say compared to last year,
Wow.
okay, I would happily say that this year was a blessing of harvest. And this is just from just one row.
One row.
Just from one row. And I am just so thankful. I am just so thankful. So what we're going to do right now, of course, you see all these sweet potatoes here, guys. We have to put these potatoes on up. So what I'm going to do, since I've just taken them out of the ground, I'm going to actually go ahead and lay them on some hay to let them go ahead and kind of dry on out a little bit. And then we'll put them on a rack to where that we can have some airflow up underneath them, just so we can go ahead and cure them on over so they can get the sugar content within these potatoes can go ahead and get sweeter. Okay, but nonetheless, just want to say, I tell you what, just stay tuned. Tomorrow we are going to come back on out and we're going to harvest out another row of sweet potatoes, so stay tuned for that, guys. So nonetheless, I just want to say thanks to each and every one of you all out there for stopping by the Humble Servant Homestead. And as always, peace and blessings to each and every one of you all out there. Now you remember, you keep a smile on your face, you be happy, you be cheerful, and you be blessed. Until next time, I will catch you all in another sweet potato video harvest. Have a blessed day.